Hello everyone, welcome to Leyland and the Magic Box. Today on our show we are going to have Luke. Luke is from England in the UK. So let's see what Luke has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello Luke, how are you?
I'm doing good, William. How are you, sir?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you for having an interest.
So tell me, how's your day going so far?
Today's going good. I have just been for a coffee with my sister,
Mhm.
um, just having a little look at plans for the rest of the week. And
Right.
yeah, just got myself prepared for speaking to you.
Oh, amazing. So tell me so far, what has been the highlight of your weekend?
The highlight of my weekend, I have just thrown myself into TikTok. So at the moment, over the past couple of years, I've been doing a lot of documentaries, and I'm recently finding out different ways to promote myself. Um, and
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, and TikTok at the moment has been one of them things. So over this weekend, I've started to go live and do a few things like that.
How often do you go live on TikTok?
Well, at the moment, I've only just started, but I'm looking to make a regular schedule. So hopefully a couple of times a week, and then go from there.
I see. And tell me, where you from, Luke?
So I am from the UK, specifically Merseyside, and yeah, a lovely place.
What's the name again?
Merseyside.
So tell me a little bit about the area. Where is about? Where is located in England?
So Merseyside, where I am located, is in the northwest, and it's famous for a few things, but Merseyside's, I would say, mainly famous for a couple of football teams. So probably the one that most people haven't really heard of is Tranmere Rovers, and then the ones that people have heard of are Everton, and then Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool Football Club is the one that I support.
I see. So you are very close to Liverpool, your city.
Yes, yes. So I live just over the water from Liverpool, but Liverpool is our closest city. Yeah.
I see. And what do you do for work, for living?
So I am a support worker. I work in a residential home supporting young people with complex
Hmm?
mental health needs.
I see. Amazing. Okay, look, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Absolutely, sir. Definitely.
Amazing. Welcome to William, the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend, full of random fun questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song just first to relax before the first question, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Amazing. Right, first question is, tell us a funny story or a moment that happened to you when you were a child at school.
When I was a child at school, okay. I remember. It's probably not a great story, but I remember we went to the toilets and we drew, me and my friend drew our names on the toilet seats. And then we left and then we got called out of a class to go to the headmaster's office. Well, it was a lower school, so it wasn't really a headmaster. But and they said to us, "Oh, listen, we know that it's not you guys because you guys wouldn't be silly enough to write your own names on the toilet. But we think someone is trying to get you guys in trouble, so just be aware of that." And we were like, "Okay." So, so that was a bit of a silly one from when I was a kid.
Did you like school growing up?
Yeah, well, I went to a lot of different schools growing up. So I've got dyslexia.
Mhm.
I struggled a lot with learning growing up. And my attention span was very little to things that I just wasn't interested in. So I went to a couple of schools, but one of the last schools I went to was a lot more thoughtful. When I grew up, there wasn't a lot known about dyslexia or things like that, and it wasn't in the teaching system. So the last school I went to, they catered for that more. So yeah, I started to enjoy school then.
And who was your favorite teacher? Do you remember?
Where I remember one specific teacher. I think she was called Mrs. Jones when I was in primary school. I think it was primary school, or maybe even a little bit before that. But she just took the time really to explain things to me. There was a lot of other
Uh,
teachers that were a little bit impatient and kind of left you behind. But
mhm.
Mrs. Jones always took the time, and I always remember that. And I always try and, in what I do now, I always try and take a little bit of page out of her book and just take time with people.
I see. Amazing. Next question. Let's do it. Hey, next question is, what has been the happiest point of your life so far?
The happiest points in my life so far. Um, to be fair, I think it beats itself all the time, and I try and always remember. Nowadays, I try and always take snippets in my memory, like visual. So when I'm with the family or it's a big occasion with people I love, I try and take snippets, if that makes any sense, of and keep it in my memory.
Uh,
And I think it always beats itself. So as a kid, I remember so many great memories, and then growing up, I've had so many great memories. And now, every time I get to spend time with my family or close people, I always try and take them snippets of moments and memories and keep them with me. So I can't really nail it down to one specific thing because so many great moments have happened to me, especially recently. But I like to think it's when I'm with loved ones and around special occasions.
wow. And which person in your family you feel more connected with or more close right now?
Which again, sorry.
Which person in your family you feel more connected with or more close right now? Do you have a lot of connection now?
I've yeah, I'm quite connected with a lot of my family. We're quite close. My family's pretty big. I've got a lot of nephews and a lot of cousins. And we're all quite close. It's two of my siblings, my brothers and sisters. I have
Mm-hmm.
four sisters and two brothers.
Wow, big
And
family. Big
yeah,
family.
it's quite big. Yeah, so there's no TVs back in them days. So so I'm quite close with my siblings, but they're the ones really that I'm quite more connected with.
Wow. And what's the biggest difference between you and your siblings and the biggest similarity?
I think the biggest similarity is well, this goes to mainly the male side. I think we're all quite emotional as males, and I think we're just quite like truthful in everything that we do.
Mm-hmm.
That I can definitely relate to with the rest of the male side of the family. I think as well as females, but mainly the males. We're all very emotional and just loving. We always tell each other we love each other, as well as the females as well. But the most difference is I'm the youngest of the siblings.
Oh, wow.
So I obviously have grown up in a slightly different era, if you like.
Uh-huh.
So that's probably a difference. Although I do like to see myself as old school because I'm brought up with old school people.
You,
But yeah, I would say that's the difference really.
were you spoiled?
I mean, I don't know. I can't. I'm going to say no, but I'm sure the rest of the siblings will probably say yeah, he was. I'm definitely a mummy's boy, so it's one of them. I don't mind saying that.
Sweet, sweet. Okay, so let's see that's all your siblings, they are watching this interview right now, and you have a moment and opportunity to send them a message. What would you say?
Um, you know what? I would say due to my last journey over the past year, and mainly throughout my life, I would just like to say thank you for not only believing in me, but thank you for sticking with me and thank you for the support as well. If I can just tell a very quick story, one of my journeys last year involved me going to a different country to take part in a combat sport. And I remember thinking, what is going to happen if I lose this fight? And one of the things that came rushing to me straight away was, well, as long as you've got your family and your siblings to believe in you, as long as they're still proud of you, it does not matter what the rest of the world thinks. And that was one thing that really gave me confidence and encouraged me to go out there and try my best. So
Wow.
for the message. Yeah, I just want to say that. Thank you for giving me that confidence to be able to go out there.
Amazing. Good. Great. I like that. Next question. Let's do it. Before the next question, Luke, I made a note here about your trip to Africa and also about your combat journey. Tell me a little bit about it then. Tell me when the opportunity came along. How did you manage to start this journey, and how combat came into your life?
So throughout my life, my dad has always tried to push me into doing like some sports or some sort of physical activity that keeps you physically strong or physically fit. So throughout my life, I've always been in and out of uh, physical sports. So like sort of a little bit of boxing, little bit of taekwondo, and at one point my job was to be a professional wrestler. So it's always been in and around me to take part in sports. And only when it was a couple of years ago, I wanted to start being involved in documentaries to look into different cultures and different sports, different combat sports abroad, and here in this country as well. So I just literally threw myself into trying to create these documentaries. And one of the first sports I came across many sports, but one of the ones that stood out to me was a sport called dambe, which was specific to Africa, Nigeria. And I thought, you know what, this looks an amazing sport. If I can get involved in this, this will be something that really hopefully raises the profile of the sport. So I reached out to one of the fight promotions and I told them my idea. And they were a little bit hesitant at first, mainly because they've never really had a white competitor in that sport. And then we had a lot of meetings, and then eventually we agreed that this can happen, and we can turn this into a great thing and raise the profile of the sport. So they accepted. I went ahead. That this was over in January last year, and we certainly got the culture side, the belief side around the sport, and then we documented the exhibition, and it ended up being obviously historic, and we certainly completed our mission in raising the profile of the sport. So I'm really pleased with that.
And how long did you stay there for?
From what I can remember, I've been over there twice last year, and what I can remember, I think it was about 2 weeks, the first journey, for the fight and the documentary, and then I went back also to take part in a screener, which is similar to a premiere of the documentary over there.
I see.
So it's a lovely place.
Amazing. Great. Next question is, what's something not many people know about you?
What's something that not many people know about me? That's a fantastic question. I'm extremely emotional, and there's a lot of times where I probably seem a lot stronger to people, where realistically that's just my emotions in there. I'm a lot more emotional than people think. In the work that I do and the documentaries, I think it's quite easy to come across like you're extremely confident. But I'm probably more scared than people watching it, or more scared than the people I work with. But I've learned how to become friends with fear.
Do you cry easily?
It depends. It really does depend. It depends what I'm doing, and then it depends where I am. But yeah, I would say so. Especially before going into a fight or things like that, your emotions are high, and I find that I do get upset quite easily. But yeah,
amazing. Next question, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Next question. Okay, Luke, next question is, would you swap lives with for a day if you could? For any reason?
For any reason. I think from my most recent experience, I would like to swap lives with, for one day, it would be one of the fighters that I met over in Nigeria. Specifically, I met him in Katsina. And yeah, I would like just for one day to swap lives with them. I think just to see how they live in certain areas. I was very humbled when I went over to Nigeria, and ever since I've come back, I've just wondered, wow, where does this person and these fighters live? What is their every day-to-day life like?
Uh-huh.
I can guarantee it's probably a lot different from my life, but it's something that I would like to just experience for one day, just to carry that with me. Definitely.
Saying that, what's the meaning of life for you, Luke?
Um, there was I went through a bit of a dark time in 2020. I actually lost a member of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, I always asked myself what was the meaning of life before that, and many different people said many different things. But going through that period of time there was a certain day, and I remember thinking it come to me all of a sudden like a rush, and I remember thinking that is the meaning of life, and the meaning of life is to continue living for me. The meaning of life is to continue living as long as you can. Um,
Wow.
yeah, that's just what I've experienced is just to continue living.
Do you believe in destiny?
100%. Destiny plays a huge part in my life. In a lot of things I do.
Mm-hmm.
Good and bad. I think I generally believe that destiny is not written for us. Destiny is written by us. 100%.
I see. Good. Next question. Let's do it. Right. Before the next question, of course, we are in 2025. My God, starting a new year now. My question for you is, when you think, during this time of the year, you're a kind of person that, make new resolutions, you kind of go with the flow, or you just like make some plans? How does it work for you?
Um, Up and down, really. I can go either way with it. Usually, if I set a goal out for myself, I would try everything in my power to achieve that goal. I'm not really one for major resolutions. I'm usually I go with the flow kind of character, but this year, from Christmas in 2024, from Boxing Day, I have said I am staying away from alcohol all the way until Christmas in 2025, and that's mainly to give myself a little bit of detox, but also give myself the opportunity to attack future projects with a clearer mind, and
Wow.
really push myself into it. So I guess that's um, a New Year's thing, but I don't know. It's just something that I want to do really for my own health and my own
Wow.
mind. Yeah.
And when the idea came along for you to be away from alcohol for like a year, there just came up an idea or just felt like, how did this thing came to your mind?
Well, when I would do some documentaries, I'd come away and then I'd celebrate and things like this. And then it was actually my girlfriend who came to me and she said, you're doing so good at the moment now. Why don't you try and come away from the alcohol for one year and think how better you'll do, without having these like days off and things like that. So I said, you know what, that's a great idea. Let's do it. It's good for the body, it's good for the mind. And
Oh,
yeah, I'm looking forward to the journey, looking forward to the challenge.
amazing. Great. Okay, next question is, define yourself in a season of the year and why?
Oof. Do you know what? I could not define myself in a single season of the year, and the reason for that is because I love all seasons.
Yeah.
I love walking to work or going for walks in the freezing cold. I love what the atmosphere looks like. I love to see everything frozen. I love the way the sun makes me feel in the summer.
Yeah.
I feel like I get recharged by sunbathing and things like that. I love to see the leaves in October falling off the trees and stuff. I've got to say I'm a massive fan of life and I just love all seasons, but I could not pin myself to one season because I love them all.
And which season of the year is your birthday?
So that would be the summer, so June.
I see.
So it's yeah, very hot around my birthday. So yeah, I do love the summer. But yeah, I'm just a fan of all seasons, William, 100%.
Do you like celebrating birthdays?
Yeah, I do. I do like celebrating birthdays, but do you know, when I was younger, I used to look at it like it was the last day on Earth. And what would I want to do on the last day on Earth? And it would just be to surround myself with loved ones and family. So that's
Yeah.
what I try and do on my birthday. I just want to be around the ones that I love and close people. And I don't really want to celebrate it for me. I just want to celebrate it for us and just have a good time, you know.
Amazing. Cool. Next question for you is, it's a good question because you already mentioned about you have a girlfriend. So tell me, what's the biggest difference between you and a girlfriend and the biggest similarity?
I'll start with the similarity. We're both very deep people. We both are deep thinkers.
Mm-hmm.
We are. I think. I'm not too sure about this. I think the word is neurodivergent. I think that's the word. We both look at life in a different way to most people. But I think the biggest difference is I'm one that really wants to put myself across the whole world and just see where I can go with that. Where I think my girlfriend is one where she wants to get she's more on the settle down side and really
Right.
she appreciates life a lot and loves life and she's got a lot of love to give. But I think she kind of just wants the house and the children and to settle down where I want to challenge myself with the whole world and go to the stars and past them. That's just me. That's just what I feel like.
And how did your paths cross, if you can share?
Yeah, so I've known my girlfriend Louise for majority of my life. I remember her when I was a kid, living over the road from me.
Wow.
She does not remember me as a kid, but I remember her. And yeah, we both grew up and went our separate ways through life, and then eventually, I remember seeing her again over the road from where I used to live, and we started talking on Facebook. And I said, Louise, how are you doing? Do you remember me? And she said, no, not at all. I was like, okay. Yeah, and we just kind of reconnected from there, really. There was one time I went out on a first date with her, and I just don't think it went well at all because I was so nervous, and I was talking about aliens and all sorts, and the date just wasn't that good because I was just terrible at it. But there was one time where I knew she was out on a work night out, and I got dressed up in a suit and done myself up very well, and I just went in the place where she was celebrating her work night out, and I was like, "Oh, fancy meeting you here. I've just come back from a night out myself. How are you? Blah blah blah." But realistically, I plan to go there and I plan to bump into her, and it worked. I know it probably sounds a bit freaky, but the plan worked, William. It worked.
Amazing. You're so brave to do that. I love it. Amazing.
Oh.
Great. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, Luke, next question is, who make you laugh the most?
Who makes my life laugh the most? Do you know what? It's at different times. It's got to be my family members because my family members are just so funny. From my sisters and my brothers, because we've all got the same kind of mindset. Something will happen, and one of them will say something, and it just yeah causes me to laugh. I can't nail it down to one person again, William. I'm sorry, but it's got to be one of my siblings. They are just so funny with things that they say, and it seems to be when we all get together, some things just happen and we just need to increase ourselves. But saying that though, there is a person that I have met recently called. He's a director called Charles Solomon, and he's American and Nigerian as well. And I recently back over to Nigeria for the screener, and we have just laughed. We had some like good times and some challenging times, but oh my God, we laughed. Honestly, we could create a documentary just on the pair of us, just sitting down having a conversation. That guy is one funny guy. Yeah.
Tell me something, Luke. When you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself, what's the biggest joy of being you? What do you like the most about being Luke?
I think the sense of just believing in myself, especially nowadays, a lot of people seem to just accept what society tells them. I'm not a fan of society where I'm from at the moment. I don't like the way it's going. Society does say that you've got to be able to sit there and just accept this job. Society says you've got to be able to just sit there and be with this person that you don't love, or be in this area that you don't like. And I was growing up and shown that you don't have to accept these things. If you believe that you're meant for something else, then go out and get it. And I'm just made up that I've got that belief in myself and the confidence to be able to say, I'm not happy here. I want to do this. And I've got that confidence to go out and try it. And if it fails, okay, at least I've tried. So I'm glad that I've got the confidence to be able to do that.
And you always been this way?
Yeah, it's the way I was brought up from my mum and dad.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always tried to get in there and just have a go at stuff. And if you fail, which I have failed many times, it's okay because there's nothing else you can do, and you give it your absolute best.
I see. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Like dancing?
I do like dancing. Yeah, I am. I can't really dance that well, but I like getting move my body with the beat. Absolutely, I do like it.
I think dancing, there are no rules. I think as long as you are having a good time, you are moving yourself, you are just, that's the magic of dancing.
100%.
Before the next question, you mentioned about Liverpool. You're a big fan of Liverpool, yeah? So tell me your top 3 favorite players from Liverpool.
Ooh, okay. Number one for me has got to be Steven Gerrard.
Okay.
Just for what he represented for Liverpool Football Club. He's a Scouser through and through, and for what he's done for Liverpool Football Club. My second one, I would say again Jamie Carragher, just because they're from. I've watched them both play and I've watched them both live many times. But Jamie Carragher, just because he's that rugged, tough Scouser again, and he won't take no stick, and he'll do what he has to do on the pitch to protect the team, like a leader as well, Jamie Carragher. And my third favourite one, just for me, there's many, but right now at this moment, I'd say I loved Luis Suarez. He's very controversial.
Uh-huh.
But I think just the goals that he scored, seeing him live, and even seeing him on the TV, I haven't seen goals like that scored before for Liverpool.
Wow.
And for what he's done to Man United's defence, the way he just went through them all like a hot knife through butter, I've never really seen that before. So for now, I'd say them to be players.
Okay. So let's say one day you wake up in the morning and you have 3 missed calls on your phone. One each from these 3 players just mentioned right now. Yeah, 3 missed calls from these 3 players. My question for you is, which one you call back straight away? Which one you just send a message saying, okay, I'll call you later? And the other one, you don't call, you don't send a message, you just go like, okay, I can call him another time. Tell me.
The first one I'd call back straight away would be Steven Gerrard. He's just a huge player for Liverpool Football Club, and someone I've really looked up to for when he was playing for a long time. The second one, who I'll call you back in a second, will probably be Jamie Carragher. Simply because, again, just what he meant to Liverpool, and what he's done for Liverpool. The third one, even though I love him, and I'll call you back another time, will be Suarez, just because he left the team. I don't hold any grudges for that. He's not a Scouser, and he obviously went on to other things, but I'd call him back another time, probably, just because for me, there's more important players to phone back. That's all.
Imagine 3 of them watch this interview right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, this one is going to be maybe easy or maybe difficult for you. Next question is, if you could spend the entire day with a family member, just one, who that would be and why?
There's too many. There's really too many. Do you know what? Yeah. There's too many. But I'd say at the moment, well, this is easier because I don't have to nail down the person now. But I'd say for now it'll be my dad. Just to spend the day, with him. The reason why, because at the moment it's not possible. But I'd probably like to spend the day with him and see what he thinks about the recent adventures that I've been on recently.
Oh, and what's the most meaningful lesson you've learned from your dad?
So it doesn't matter what you do, but try your absolute best.
Beautiful. Last question, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Last question. Actually, I just remember now when, of course, I saw one of your comments on the interview that I did with a lovely man called Danny about the thong, and you said you can do as well.
Yeah, so it's
Oh my
I learned to
God!
do this when I was a kid, and
Oh my!
I didn't know what it was. It was really strange,
Oh
very
my God!
weird.
You see, Danny, now three of us, Danny, me, and Luke. I'm gonna tag him on this clip because it's so amazing.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a strange a
It's
strange
very
thing.
strange, isn't it? I don't know. I actually I realized that as a child as well. I remember once I was, because for me it was normal. I was just
Yeah.
doing like that, and I realized that was a bit different. And my friends was like, "Oh my God, that looks so strange, William." And yeah,
But William, the thing that I heard you say as well, you can't do it on your other hand. Neither can I.
I can't. Yeah, this one I
I
cannot
can't,
do it.
but I can do it with that one.
Yeah, the same here.
Okay. Yeah. We must
That's
all
amazing.
be aliens. We're all aliens. That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh. Right, before the last question, of course, tell me what this trip for you to Africa, yeah, to Nigeria, what have you learned from those trips? Tell me something that you're never gonna forget, something that it touched your heart, the time that you spent in Nigeria.
Um, well, there's a few lessons that I've learned, to be honest. One of the lessons was before I went over, there was a lot of different thoughts about me going over to Nigeria because at the time I couldn't really find anyone to go with me. And the reasons was bad media, really. The places where the fight was held is it's going through a lot of troubles and unrest. So I couldn't get anyone to go with me at the time, and also a lot of people that I was discussing this with was advising me not to go. But again, I honestly believed I was destined. So I believed in myself and went. And when I came back, that I carried that with me to say I made the right decision, and I believed in myself and went. So I learned now to when I get these feelings of to be destined in something, just have a go. You are going to get traffic all the time saying maybe it's not the right thing, but you got to go with what you believe in sometimes, even if that means upsetting other people with their different things. One of the things that touched my heart, there's quite a lot of stuff. One of the main things is after the fight, I'd lost a fight to a fighter called Shagon Yellow, a brilliant fighter. After that, I shook his hand, which was important to me to do. And I thought then all the people, there was about, I think, 8 to 10,000 people in the Danbay Arena. Um, I thought they were all going to leave. And when I looked up, they all came up to the stage where we were on, and they were clapping, and they just wanted to shake my hand, and I touched the rope that I had around my hand. And then eventually, when I went out, they were all clapping and they all followed me. And before I got into the bus, there's a little clip on my Instagram that I can show you. They all just come over to the bus and was waving me off and cheering for me and stuff.
Oh,
Beforehand, there was a lot of Nigerians that didn't like the idea of me taking part in that in Dambe. But after the fight, you could see, I tried my best and I tried my absolute greatest to win, which I could not. And I found that even though I lost the fight, I won the hearts of the people in Katsina. And to me,
amazing,
I'll take that with me throughout my life.
beautiful. Last question is, what was your worst foot in mouth moment?
Okay. Where's oh, moment? Um, oh, that's a great one. I do this all the time, to be honest. I do this all the time. Um, so when I was over in Nigeria, I conducted a lot of interviews. Um, I don't know if it's not really a swear word, but I didn't. I've done a lot of research in things that you can kind of do in Nigeria and stuff. But what I didn't research is certain things you can say. And when I was having an interview for one of the news stations over there, so I was on the news, and he said, "How are you feeling towards the fight?" And I said, "It's going to be one hell of a fight." And when I look back on the news, they actually bleeped out the word hell, which I didn't know then that that was a word that I could not use. But I know now. Hopefully it doesn't get blared out again. I don't know. Maybe it will. But yeah, I look back and I thought, oh, I was doing so well until I said that word. So on Nigerian news, I'm getting bleeped out. So I don't know. Maybe it was that one.
Amazing. Right, so on the NDS, let's play now the word association game. I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Let's start with life.
Live,
Family.
love,
Money.
power,
Fear.
friendly,
Love.
family,
Sex.
overrated,
Okay. Religion.
dangerous,
Friendship.
rare,
Politics.
evil,
Desire.
meant,
Regret.
lessons,
Success.
individual,
Wish.
hope,
Happiness.
forever,
Okay. See. Okay, so one word for May's side.
together,
One word for England.
great,
One word for Liverpool. Football club.
history,
And the last one now. If you could define in one word your trip to Nigeria, what that would be? One word.
destined,
Amazing. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your girlfriend for a coffee and I'm going to ask her. Define Luke in one positive and one negative word only. What should say?
one positive, I am deep. Yeah, so she should say one positive, I am deep, which she likes. One negative, I'm annoying.
She knows you very well, so I'm sure she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's play now, Luke, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, Luke, you can ask me a question now.
When you think of the happiest moments in your life, what automatically comes to mind?
Oh my God, so many moments now. Now it's a lot of things
Yeah.
come to my mind naturally.
Yeah,
You know what? I'm gonna go now for I have a 5-year-old godson, yeah, based in Canada. He's the son of my best friend, and so it was his first child, and I remember, I was so excited. His partner, she was very excited as well. They were all over the moon, everyone. And one of the happiest moments that I remember crying as well when I received a post, yeah, like a post from the post office, and when I opened it was actually I have here on the sides. It was like a little poster asking if I would like to be his godfather. So, oh my God, that was one of the happiest moments for me because, for you to choose someone to be, the godfather of your child, first of all, I think you trust a lot this person. I think it's a very, it's a special person that you choose for that because, you don't choose like, of course, you have a lot of friends, you have a lot of people that you trust, you have a lot of people that you love. However, when you choose someone to be the godfather or the godmother of your child, my God, I think that's it's something very special. So yes, that's one of the moments that's made me smile, made me emotional, made me cry, made me happy. For me was a moment that I'll never forget. So for
yeah,
me, yeah, for sure. I could tell you so many moments in my life, Luke. I've been very happy
yeah,
to, I always appreciate life, appreciate things that happen to me very much. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get so excited about, maybe for some people could be something very small, very simple, but I get overexcited about things. I just love it. But you know, I could tell you so many moments, but for now this one came to my mind straight away. So yeah, when I, you know, I received this post from my best friend saying, asking if I'd like to be, you know, the godfather of his son. So for me, well, that was one of the happiest moments in my life for sure.
Oh, that's amazing. Amazing.
Did you enjoy the interview?
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I'm a bit. I've only just come across your channel, but I've seen a couple of the videos now, and I've
Thank,
got to say, I'm a fan of your channel.
thank you so much. You're so sweet. You know, I saw your comments under the interview. Since I invited you, you've been very, very sweet. And I'm happy here. I'm so happy that, you know, people, they take their time for to do the interview. They take the time to watch the interview as well. It's a pleasure for me to be able to connect with so many people. So thanks again for being. You're now part of the William the Magic Box community. You left your signature there. There you go.
Excellent. As I said, I'm a fan, and I'm gonna keep watching you as all the videos come out now. So yeah, thank you for involving me, and thank you for your time.
Absolutely, always. The pleasure's all mine. But before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Yeah, I think I already said it before, but I I just want people to understand that like you you can do anything you want to, and all you've got to do is just believe in yourself. So our
Mhm.
destiny is not written for us; it's written by us. And when once you believe that, great great things are only just the beginning. Honestly,
Amazing.
excellent, William. Thank you for everything.
Thanks again. Keep in touch in regards to your girlfriend, your family, your siblings, and you keep in touch. Okay, Happy New Year. Have your day.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too, sir. Take
Take
care.
care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.